now?
Mhm.
So, alright, here we go. Back to playing Mega Man X. Alright, let's see. Funny thing is, the guy is, and I'm talking to my friend too. One of the funniest things about this is I realize I haven't played this in months, and I know exactly where I left off and what I need to grab. That's how
Hey,
much I got this
Andrew,
game memorized.
unassign your dots, because I unlocked dots too.
Oh yeah,
At least one of them.
yeah. While I'm playing this, these guys are playing Phasmaphobia. So good luck to them. Don't get wrecked by the ghost.
I say good luck to your viewers, because they're going to be hearing like, oh my gosh, it's a demon! In the middle of, like, screaming and eeps and ahs. In the middle of, like, the most mundane.
Now they're gonna say that during a boss fight just to add to the effect.
Oh my gosh, it's a demon! He just killed Andrew! It's
Say,
like that thing from
Adventure.
South Park. Who is it? He just killed
Kenny.
Kenny!
Yeah. Oh,
It's
no,
gonna
no.
be me.
Listen,
Also,
always
I played one game of Phasmo earlier today. Just turned it on, and I turned on evidence, and I didn't see a ghost orb going into the campground. I'm like, no ghost orb? It's probably a demon. I ain't risking it alone.
Was
So
it?
I answered it. Guess what it was?
Oh my god.
It was a demon. And I'm like, I knew it. I knew it.
I am
Just
very
felt
concerned.
all kinds of bad. I went in there even like for
Oh.
a second,
Shoot,
dropped the
shoot,
microphone,
shoot.
and like went back out. And I'm like, wait a minute. Pulls out my camera, looks into the campground. No ghost orb. Suspiciously quiet. Oh no.
It's like that
Save
meme with
yourself,
Gandalf
bud.
where it's like, let's see, a lot of health items, very empty room. This is a boss, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I'm like, it has all the makings of the things I don't want it to be.
Why?
Oh boy.
Alright, let's see if that fixed it.
Well, apparently they're having technical difficulties while I'm playing this game.
Nope, just Cam.
Oh, Andrew,
Yeah,
did you
just me.
unassign your dots?
Me. Yeah.
It's not going away. Weird. I think it
Oh, it
takes.
did fix it. That was
I
weird.
think it takes a game to cycle it. So we'll have pins again for like one more.
It doesn't say I have any.
Oh, wait.
We gotta play
Hold
a
on.
medium map. We gotta capture free star ghost photo. We have to buy free items in the store. Oh, I'll do that right now. Discover the ghost type. Once. Let me go ahead and buy the free items.
We could do the.
Nope, Phasmo's broken.
Anyway, since
I
I'm
guess
playing
you
Mega
and I
Man
can
X
do
and
it.
we're kind of just sitting here, why don't we debate AI in role-playing games like we used to do with like D&D ideas for Left 4 Dead?
Oh, like, is it a good idea that D&D Beyond and stuff are trying to bring AI into the role-playing game genre to have AI DMs? Is that what you're saying?
But more AI characters, but that's also a pretty interesting idea as well.
It's a
I-
big point of contention. People are very angry at it. They don't want AIs in their games, and I don't blame them. Because largely it's kind of unnecessary. Like, I understand that you want to have an automated campaign, and sometimes it's kind of nice because you don't have to prepare for it and do all these things for it. And I think that's really cool, like really good. But you should not run a whole campaign with a computer telling you what to do. And I think it can, but I think it takes a certain humanness from it away.
I think that there should be a DM controlling the AI, like giving it prompts and telling it what to do or how to react in certain situations so it doesn't go off the deep end.
Wizards of the Coast is talking about straight up like AI DMs through the. Oh, is Cam here? Or
No, you can't
Oh.
join.
Oh, well.
Now, as for using AI for art,
Nah,
especially in context for D&D, Concept art, yes. As an assistant to man-made art, sometimes it depends on what you're doing. But as the actual creator, no.
Honestly, my whole thing with the AI is just it's okay to experiment with, but it shouldn't be used in the final product. Looking at you, Marvel.
Mm-hmm. Like, I'll completely admit, but I dabble with the AI art generators. They're a lot of fun, actually.
Oh, they're fun to screw around with, don't get me wrong. It's just I'm also a
Like,
fan of.
I programmed one. I loved it, but I ain't ever going to use it professionally.
I mean, I'm actually trying to teach myself how to draw. Like, actually draw characters so I don't have to rely on stuff like that.
See, this is another instance where I say AI as an assistant doesn't necessarily have to be evil. It doesn't have to be. But, see, you're trying to learn to draw, so you would most likely, not intentionally, use it as a crutch, in my opinion, if
Right.
you went to it first.
It's good
Me,
for,
I
like,
started...
sketches or like prompts for the people then to draw themselves.
AI prompting is great. I
yeah.
actually think it is great.
Oh, it
like
is.
for concept art or
Mhm.
what is in films, like storyboarding potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that. That's another instance of me saying AI as an assistant, not as a final product maker.
Right.
Now, can you use AI to improve your final product? I actually think that could be okay. It depends on how much the AI is actually
Basing it off your
amending,
work.
changing, and taking away from your work. Like I'm writing right now. I'm working on like 2 or 3 different books right now.
Yeah.
One with my mom, another one on my own, and a third one which I'm putting on the back burner and kind of cannibalizing for other purposes.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say I finish it, and I'm like, you know what? I don't think I like the way that this scene or this concept or whatever XYZ flows. If I said, hey, I'm going to use an AI to maybe look over that scene and it gives me a better suggestion, if I wrote the whole book first or I wrote the whole scene to start with, so long as I'm not using it to write my entire project, I think that could be fine. But there is a group of people out there, which I don't blame them because AI is scary, who will not be okay with it.
As a musician, I don't like AI because you can just clone someone's voice or make a beat out of other people's beats.
Yeah. I really do think that. Hey, yeah. I really think in that case, though, it's like there's actually some voice actors who were getting angry at the idea of somebody using their voice for AI, and I'm like, I completely agree. Like, if you're using it for profit, then yeah, but they're
all the time. They,
Hey, Andrew, have you been are you upstairs right now?
I am now. One of the rooms is lights on.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh, that's a room, alright.
Yep.
Is it the room we got last time?
It's the very far back.
Yeah, there's a plate on the floor he threw at.
Isn't he? Oh my god.
I mean, in the
I
case
do
of
not
James
like
Earl
that.
Jones, where he gave his okay for it, I'm fine with that.
Well, yeah, that's fine, but I am wondering, how long should contracts for ownership of people's voices last? And to what extent should they go? Should we allow that the contract of ownership of a person's identity, or partial identity, which is their voice, and even their likeness in some cases, should it extend to, let's say, so I give you permission for my visuals and my voice. Should it extend to projects outside of, let's say, James Earl Jones' Star Wars? Go take a insane away drops, Andrew.
Okay, I took
So, you
one.
know,
There's
in
only
the middle
two
of
of us. You have to
conversations,
take pills.
always make sure to recommend your friends take strange drugs in video games.
Some
Just
of them
kidding, kids, don't do that.
have taken contracts for death. Like certain older actors give their like voice and likeness away to like a database where they can be used. You pay royalties, I think, to their families.
Yeah,
And
but
then
see, my problem is with that is how long do the royalty contracts continue to go out to your family? There is a limit. There is one. We might not know it, but it will happen.
I mean, stuff like that has only barely happened. It's not freezing, by the way.
Yeah, I would
Hey, there's
say
also a door open across the hallway.
more it comes to the point
Never
of
Cold.
I don't know. Part of me doesn't like it just because it feels like it's a disrespect to acting in a way. Like, don't get me wrong, Earl Jones is a fantastic actor, but it's kind of like, you know, they now will do AI or deep fakes to try and superimpose another actor when I feel like, you know, if you hire an actor who's good enough and resembles enough to the original role, I really don't mind you recasting.
It's definitely going to be a problem with entertainment jobs. There are people who specifically train underneath teachers and learn other people's voice acting styles, and they've been preparing their whole lives to take over for their teachers. Like the guy who what's his name? He's from Star Trek, and he does the "Oh my" or whatever. He has a voice acting student that can do his voice perfectly, and he got a lot of jobs after the Takai. That's it. After Takai died, I don't know what his real name is.
There's Kai, he's
I
still
just know his-
alive.
Is he? Oh,
Yeah.
then I'm not thinking about him. I'm thinking of Iroh from
Oh, Avatar, yeah.
Avatar. That's it. Yeah, that's him. I'm thinking about. So his voice acting student took over for him after his passing away.
Yep. Also, just in case people wondering why I'm not going for the main signal levels yet, I'm just getting some extras. Figure this is a good time to pad runtime. Sue me, I don't care.
Hey,
I'm not
Andrew, it is below 1, but it's higher than 0. That should mean free.
Is that?
Technically speaking, it's very confusing. We're gonna have to keep an eye on that. The
Yeah, I will
guide
say,
or
though,
yes, good.
for James Earl
And,
Jones specifically as Darth Vader, that LucasArts actually hired a pretty good voice actor for like The Force Unleashed and other Star Wars games where I couldn't tell for the longest time it wasn't him.
I have gone back to hear those. I can tell now, and I
I
kind of
can-
hate it.
I mean, I don't
hate that
mind
I
it.
can.
I feel like it's his own personal take. What I don't really care for is going back to play Empire at War, and I'm like, is Darth Vader speaking with an Irish accent?
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. I
Yeah,
forgot about that. Cursed,
Oh, it was so
actually.
weird. I mean, it may be cursed, but getting the Super Star Destroyer and just whooping butt in space is way worth it.
My issue is eventually these people are going to have their voices used for things that they don't represent today.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of these studios are going to say, well, they're an open-minded person or blah blah blah. If they lived in the world that we are in now, they would probably be okay with whatever. But how do you know that?
Point, it's going to be like, well, you legally gave this to us.
Yeah, I completely understand. That's exactly what I'm saying. Is there is a scariness to contributing yourself and giving yourself for the use to other people, and not as the person individually being contracted, but your likeness being contracted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like when I heard Mark Hamill contracted as likeness. I mean, if it was just say for like when they did like what they used to do in the old Legends books, where they used to take Luke Skywalker's likeness and then just aged it up to make it look like it was 30 years later. That's one thing, but I'm like, I don't know. I feel like Sebastian Stan has shown interest in the role, and I really
love to see Sebastian Stan as Luke Skywalker. Oh!
yeah, no, I mean, he looks like it. He could do the role perfectly. I think the only thing he might have to do is just put on
Did
a
he
blonde
die?
wig or dye his hair blonde.
No.
That'd be it.
I just ran away when I saw the doors slam.
He's
Check
either,
the temperature.
He's either attached to you, because he didn't look at me at all. He just ran or walked through the door to get you.
Hey, I'm gonna go out of the building, because if that's the truth, then I'm dead. He's a banshee, probably.
Potentially. Can he change it to?
No,
That's
once
me.
he makes a cursed target, that's the target for the whole game.
But would
It's
be an interesting idea for an AI.
What?
So, how about how sometimes they'll actually hire some actors with certain backgrounds just so that way they can kind of get more experience for a role?
Yeah.
What if they were to make a character about or make a show kind of like, say, Mega Man X or Star Trek with like actual androids or an AI character, but actually have an
Ghost Orb.
AI play the character?
Mhm.
That'd be very interesting.
Hmm?
Oh, we got one good spirit box. Okay.
I mean,
We got
that's,
Ghost Orb. I'm gonna go ahead and do the parabolic mic, and oh wait, go ahead and take take.
if there's
I'm
one thing
gonna take a second for space.
Actually,
hate
hate
about-
Good ghost picture.
about how AI does it is that I actually asked it to write an episode in the machinima I was working on just to see what it could do.
Mhm.
It actually produced some pretty interesting results, and it actually was like, wow, this actually works.
Now, if you went online and you published work made by an AI, if you do not specify that it is AI made, and I'm not talking about AI assisted, I don't think people should have to tell everyone and say, oh, my work is AI assisted. Now, I think that's ridiculous, because eventually we're going to get to a point where I don't think anything's going to not be AI assisted.
Yeah, I would say to a point. I wouldn't say all the writing for my machinima I do for AI, that was just an experiment, and it felt very cheesy and corny at the same time. Like, it was good, but it felt like, rather than go for what I was going for, it was like Star Wars The Clone Wars.
I mean, you didn't write it, so it's always gonna feel weird.
Maybe.
I think you should put a label on it.
Maybe. I don't know if I'll actually use the script. It was just a test.
Hey,
Are you there?
it worked.
Nice.
Hmm.
What is your name?
Let's see. Is this where I'm... Nope. Where am I
You
missing the
wanna
last
hurt us.
sub-tank? I can't beat the game without it. Yeah, I'm a wimp, folks.
Show us a sign.
Maybe this was it.
Are you there? What is your name?
You're unseen, huh?
Dun, dun, dun. Show yourself.
Are you serious?
Did it crash again?
Oh, there we go.
I
I
just
hope
heard
not.
him screaming through my parabolic. I am leaving.
It might be a banshee.
No, that's
It
good.
kind of sounded like the banshee scream, but I don't really remember the exact sound that makes. We are at 57% sanity,
Alright.
and we don't
Roll
have
for
an
Sigma.
anchor, so we're gonna have to figure this one out.
Well, I don't have any ghostwriting, and I
It's
didn't.
not a ghost
Alright.
writing. Double check the temperatures, because I think it is.
Let's split up. We'll go in first, and then you can slip in while I keep the main defensive force busy. Oh, gee, thanks. You do the stealth mission while I get the brunt.
It's not
Hey,
below freezing.
where is the power box? Because the temperature is always higher when the power's on.
Which map
It's
is it?
now been a thing now.
I don't think that matters.
It does actually.
Well, here, I'll go change
Yeah.
it.
Where is it?
Also, this is just kind of a tip I recommend for anyone playing this game. Storm Tomato Tornado makes this one section way too easy. Otherwise, you're going to suffer.
Yeah, I turned off the power for you.
Okay, because it started flickering before you did that.
It's like that
ain't
one.
great.
It's like that video where
I
one.
turned off the power and you died.
Yeah, I genuinely thought that was gonna happen. Okay, I'm checking. The temperature's not shaking. Told you it's not freezing.
I'm fine with calling it a banshee.
Richie, coming in fast and low. Oh,
Or ghost
What
orb.
about my camera?
Check if it's
I
ghost orb.
got a ghost orb. I do.
Oh. Well, if it's then
oh, dang.
Do we have EMF?
I keep
or
forgetting
no,
how horrifying this part is.
I got EMF 2 earlier, but check if there's dots.
If it's dots, you may need to leave.
Alright. Alright. Well, time to fight Chinese Boba Fett.
Check the black light.
I love how I say I'm about ready to fight Chinese Boba Fett, and you're like, oh, it's on. And then you're like, oh, check the black light.
I think it is a banshee.
You got a hand?
Yep.
Now, everyone who plays Halo knows the best way to handle a Banshee is a rocket launcher.
I wish. I mean, if we were playing This Is a Ghost, that's basically what you do in that game.
I'm just thinking, pulls out the spanker. It's time.
Yeah, we're at 42% and he's not murdering you. If I enter the house, he's gonna hunt. He is at hunting percentage. So, yes, we are looking at what's probably a Banshee, because Banshees focus in on a person, if I remember right.
They do.
Okay, I still think one of the funniest things about this game is that one of the most powerful characters...
I heard him screaming, and I'm about to look up what the Banshee sound.
Decides to go kamikaze and blow up one of the big bad evil guys, only to destroy his power armor and not the bad guy himself. Like, he literally just appears there standing, like, what just happened?
Yeah.
It's like, what? She come from? It really doesn't matter how much energy absorb X. You are still far too weak prepared to be terminated. I gotta love the fact that in the 90s they always try to avoid using the term die, even though it's like, this is a serious video game. I think you can get away with it.
It's like a YouTube video. They unalive.
Yeah, what I think I heard was the Banshee scream. Go ahead and come out. We'll answer it in cams on, so even if we're wrong.
Yeah, what really makes me laugh is I still remember hearing the term unalive from a Spider-Man cartoon when they brought Deadpool in, and they had to restrict Deadpool because they know he'd be way too hardcore for a child audience.
Boss got a free star.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Okay, here's the other thing I don't get about this game. I just seen a robot self-destruct. I go to check on him, and he's bleeding. Like, they're shooting.
Yeah, if it was an Abake, you would have been dead.
Like, I'm sorry,
Instant
but...
you hit, like, 50.
But who goes out of their way to make robots that have actual blood circulating through them? It feels a little bit ridiculous.
I mean, isn't that kind of how the ones in... the androids work in, Alien as well?
Kind of, but they have, like, that weird white fluid that's everywhere. I still don't know how that works either.
It's a blood replacement.
I guess, but in Mega Man X, it's weird because generally when they show robots being destroyed, they don't have, like, artificial organs like Alien. It's like, you can see the mechanics.
It's called the oil to lubricate their internal parts.
I guess.
Because how can you run a robot without all of that delicious, sweet oil?
The moment you told me that he was looking right at me and I was not in the room, I'm like, yeah, that's a Banshee. I fucked.
Wait.
Yep, that's what I figured too.
Ooh, I might
Dang,
get to
damn
level
it.
31.
Alright.
Can I join now?
Yes.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Man, I am very
Leg is
rusty
a
at this
banshee
game.
and bone.
And
I
it's
am
so-
literally 1 XP away from being level 31.
And what's weird is
I've been cheated.
I was about to say. We didn't do a medium map. Well, we could do a medium map now that Cam's here.
Yeah, medium map would be restricted. The camp, the site, not the actual small camp.
I just killed you
Campsite
earlier
is a
this video.
medium map. Basically, all the maps that you think are small are medium. Not small, I mean think are big.
You said restricted counts?
I think.
I don't think it does.
I'm gonna do the
No?
high school
No.
just to be safe.
I think high school is one of the 2 large maps, but that's fine.
Yeah.
2 more
I
levels
think
and
that's
I'll
cool.
get the tier 2 mic. Come on, give me the Himalayan soul already, game, huh?
I heard Himalayan Saw, and I'm like, wait, what?
1 more XP and I would have had the 2nd tier parabolic mic, which actually tells me where things are, and not by, oh, I accidentally heard the soul-shattering noises of the demon in the closet.
You really obsess over the demons in that game, don't you?
Yeah, because I've been offended by them too many times.
Wait, what?
Ready up, Cam.
They are the only thing besides a shade that has completely squad wiped us.
True.
And I have a history of them specifically at Brownston High School in this game.
Okay.
I was trying to get out of the building, and every time I went for the door would close, he wouldn't kill me, and I'd be like, okay, going out the door. He'd use his ability, which would allow him to immediately hunt again. Door would slam again, even though I was literally waiting at the door the whole time. Like, I literally just opened that.
I still remember the one that got us in a, oh, what was it? The insane asylum in that game. And then I just remember it chased Andrew and I went straight in a room and shut the door. Andrew kept running and just got Andrew.
I think that was the first time we got a demon as a group. Had to be Asylum. Why do I not have the Freestar ghost photo when you got one? I thought that counted for the whole group.
Good
I thought it did
riddance!
too. I don't know why it wouldn't.
I hate spiders. Alright, took care of the spider boss, and I think that's the end of this video. Next time, we're finishing off Sigma for good. I will take his bald head and I will use it to play soccer.